From time to time, we have a chance to observe spectacular phenomena in the solar system. These include the appearance of comets. Comets are celestial bodies that are visible to the naked eye from the Earth. However, they only appear in the sky periodically. Comets consist of a nucleus, a coma, and a tail. The nuclei of comets, held together by water ice and various frozen carbon compounds, are irregular in shape and have a porous crust. This is why comet nuclei are often called dirty snowballs. When a comet passes by the Sun, some of the frozen gases in its nucleus sublime. That is, they enter the gas phase, blowing away dust particles as they escape. This is how the coma, the atmosphere-like envelope around the cometary nucleus, is formed. Solar wind pushes gas and dust particles directly away from the Sun, thereby forming the tail of the comet. Comets actually have two tails. The longer, straight tail is made up of gases, while the shorter, curved one is made up of dust particles. The gas particles in the gas tail are in an ionized state, so they emit a bluish light. The particles in the dust tail, or antitail, reflect the Sun's light, so the dust tail appears bright and yellowish. Based on their orbit, comets can be classified as short-period or long-period comets. Short-period comets originate in the Kuiper belt, and their orbital period is less than 200 years. That is, they return to the inner solar system relatively often. Long-period comets, however, originate in the Oort cloud, and their orbital period varies between 200 and several million years. Halley's comet is the earliest comet to have been observed by humans. During its closest approach to the Sun, it can be observed with the naked eye. The last time it was visible from the Earth was in 1986, and it will return in 2061. Its orbital period is about 75 years. It is a short-period comet. During its appearance in 1986, several space probes studied the comet. According to data collected then, its 15 by 15 by 8 kilometer nucleus is made up of mainly water ice, covered by a dark, thin crust. Comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko probably originated in the Kuiper belt, but its orbit was greatly modified by Jupiter's gravity. It is currently orbiting in the inner solar system and has an orbital period of 6.5 years. The shape of its nucleus resembles that of a rubber duck, as it consists of two larger lumps connected by a narrow neck. A significant amount of water vapor escapes from its surface when the comet passes by the Sun. It was the first comet on which measuring instruments had landed. Jupiter's mass is large enough to modify the orbits of comets that come from the outermost regions of the solar system, or even to attract them into its own gravitational field, thereby protecting the inner planets from colliding with comets. One of the comets captured by Jupiter was Shoemaker-Levy, discovered in 1993. It probably started orbiting Jupiter in the 1970s, when the planet's gravity captured it. It fragmented into several pieces as it was pulled apart by Jupiter's gravity in 1992. The pieces then collided with the southern hemisphere of the planet in July 1994. Many of us cannot tell the difference between comets, asteroids, and meteoroids. The tail that forms near the Sun is one of the characteristic features of comets. Asteroids, which are similar in size, do not have tails. Their material composition is different as well, due to their different place of formation. Asteroids were formed near the Sun, while comets were formed far away from it. Meteoroids are smaller than comets and asteroids, but larger than interplanetary dust particles. When they enter the Earth's atmosphere, they interact with air particles. The resulting light phenomenon is what we call a meteor, or shooting star. If a meteoroid does not burn up in the atmosphere completely, it reaches the Earth's surface as a meteorite.